What they do here. First and goal. Rodgers hangs in the pocket, throwing into a lot of traffic, and it's caught for the touchdown by.
And as always, you can follow us on Twitter at First and Goal Pod. Follow the guys. Jay is at UPJ33. Dave is at Steak and Cheese. And the fantasy wonder man himself, Dylan, is at Dylan Busby1. Email all your questions and comments to us at firstandgoalpodcast@yahoo.com, and you will make the show live during our mailbag segment. Again, that's firstandgoalpodcast@yahoo.com. And welcome everybody to another live edition of First and Goal with me, your founder and producer, Jay in the UP. And as always, down in Georgia, having some difficulties right now, but he'll be here in a second. It's your host with the most, it's Dave. And Dave will jump in here in a second. And he's here. What's up, Dave?
Jesus, my headphones are having trouble working. Apparently my new laptop doesn't have a audio jack. I don't know how, but it doesn't.
Oh wow, well that's interesting. So, It's just one of those things, isn't it, Dave? It's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Everything is messed up. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off.
Don't you Limp Biscuit me.
It's a way to start the show. Oh,
yeah,
how are you doing
true.
tonight, sir?
Trying to hurry up to get on the podcast, but
well, you know what? Do you need a minute? Because if you need a minute, we can jump. We can go past news updates and we can listen to some press conferences from the week and stuff to get people started. If that's what you want to do, give yourself a minute.
Nope. I am good for now.
No, he is good for now. Well, then you know what? Fine. News updates.
News updates. Hold on 1 second. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Had to go through technical difficulty on that. Hoi. Man, sorry about that, folks. Still got the cold.
Gunzoon tight.
Yeah, I feel like it.
You're all right, man. It'll be okay. Trust me. Everything's going to be okay.
Well, why are you so happy?
Because I'm finally talking about football, and it's been a long friggin' day. Like, it's been a shitty long day. Like, everything that could have went wrong possibly today for everybody that was around me probably went wrong. It just was not. It was one of those days where just things didn't want to work right. It's been a frustrating day. I'm glad to be on the podcast, locked in my little whole room, and about to talk some football with you and everybody else out there. So,
how about that Brown Steelers game, huh?
I haven't even turned it on yet because I was doing stuff, so I have not seen a single second of it.
It's 14-0 Cleveland.
Well, I did pick Cleveland, so did you.
Yep. Yeah, we picked good old Cleveland on that, and it's not surprising to see them kind of click. They started off hot, but this right before the half, man, they couldn't seem to put it together. So I'm wondering if they're going to go back to what they were doing way before, like way in the beginning of the game. So we will see on that. Oh, my God. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah, maybe. You never know what's going to happen on Thursday.
Well, also, too, to fantasy owners, Juju Smith has been ruled out of the game, it looks like, under concussion.
Really?
Yep. Yep. Also, too, James Conner was knocked out of the game, and he is out. So his shoulder's acting up, and Artie Burns, their starting corner, has been knocked out. That's all in the first half for the Steelers. It's not been good, man. It's really been rough.
Sounds like it. Holy smokes.
Also, too, Colin Kaepernick, nothing more than any stance of his of just saying 11 teams, I guess, are going to go to his workout on Saturday. So there is definite interest in Kaepernick and seeing if he still has it, and if teams are interested, they get to see him right full frontal. And I mean, I expect someone to sign him, to be honest, because there's a lot of teams there with really, really gaudy. I mean, really, really gaudy QB situations, you know?
I know, but I'm still telling you, man, it's a freaking pipe dream that anybody that actually thinks
I'm not
he's
saying
playing
it's
this
not.
year.
I'm just saying, I mean, hey, why not? I mean, if it's a 1 or 2 year thing.
And I still don't think that he actually is going to take any deal that doesn't pay him premium dollars and guarantee him starting as soon as he walks on the field. I think it's all. I just don't trust the situation, Bud, because I think the whole thing, when you go back from the very beginning of it, like I said before, this is my beer opening. I believe 100% support the cause, believe it's an issue, still is an issue, has been an issue for not just that segment, particularly that segment, but not just that segment. Really anybody that's deemed not of the right class or from the right area. I mean, you can be white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, poor, come from a ghetto, you're going to get treated that way pretty much, and it's not right. Like it particularly goes to, the black community, I understand that, but I got treated the same way, and I don't look predominantly white. I clearly, you know that. I mean, and I'm a lot darker in the sun. So it is what it is, but the dude started kneeling because he lost his starting job and was throwing a fit, and it kind of just slipped out of his mouth when he was asked why, and it snowballed on him. And I'm sorry, all the evidence is there that he never was for and never really was about this cause. That's why he ghosted everybody when the time was most prevalent for him to be speaking. He was ghost. Yeah. It's why he was the only one to make over $50 million off it and only donate $2 million when nobody else made money. Jenkins didn't make any money. None of the other players of the coalition made money. They got money. They got the league to donate money, but they didn't make. Colin Kaepernick pocketed money off of this. So the whole thing infuriates me that he literally hoodwinked people. He pulled the wool over everybody's eyes. He used a very important and very culturally, relevant situation to profit. And then people still sit around and back him and say, oh, poor Callan. And I'm just quite honestly fucking sick of it. Period.
Yeah.
I'm sick of him. I'm sick of the people that want to support him and act like he had any real concern for that situation. I don't fucking believe it. There's enough evidence out there. If you think I don't like it, and I'm sorry I'm cussing, my wife's going to lay at me, but I'm trying to it is what it is. It's and I'm not in a bad mood. I felt this way for a long time, and I had this discussion with friends of mine that are from LA that are in that culture, and they're not exactly fond of him either. So
I mean, I wasn't talking about his stance. I was just talking about how
the football thing, yeah, but the football thing, relevantly, honestly, people go watch his film. Regardless of his stats and the team that was around him, he went through a year where he decided to be vegan, which why would any football player decide to be vegan and lose 20 pounds when that's your strength? Okay, that's a stupid decision. Second of all, he never developed as a quarterback. I had the same stance on Colin Kaepernick before the kneeling going into that season as I did after him as a quarterback. The other situation had nothing to do with the way I viewed him as a quarterback. It's an entirely different situation. That's why I addressed it and only it, and I did not bring up his quarterbacking. We switched to quarterbacking. I'll switch to the actual on the field. He's not a good quarterback. He's got one speed, one delivery. It's a long delivery. He throws like a pitcher. His game was figured out, and he was erratic, and he wasn't even as good as Cam Newton. He had a couple of years of flashes and never developed, and the league caught up with him. Defenses caught up with him, and he lost his job. And so everybody that's trying to tell me that at 32 years old, being out of the league for 3 years, that he's all of a sudden going to come back and be this generational quarterback he never ended up being when he was in the league before the kneeling started, it's asinine. Again, sorry, I'm going to swear again and get my wife mad at me, but it's fucking ridiculous, and I'm fucking hearing about it. Let fucking Colin Kaepernick go. He had his chance to play football just like everybody else. It didn't work out for him, regardless of the other situation. He just wasn't good enough. And I don't want to hear about all the other kids. They didn't have 6-7 years in the league yet, regardless. Like Savage, I think, is only in his 3rd or 4th year, and have you heard his name? He's had his time. He's done. Like, there's a few guys that they say, oh, he's not as good, but they're, as a quarterback, watch their film, they have flashes that are more consistent as a quarterback than Colin Kaepernick ever was from the pocket. This game is always going to be, when it comes to quarterbacking, you have to be able to do it from the pocket. Everything else is icing on the cake. If you can't do it from the pocket consistently, down in and down out, when you're forced to, even if you're not going to last in this league. That's why I'm so high on Lamar Jackson. I'm sorry. Because you watch him, everything I just said, he can do it. He's the Bizarro of Colin Kaepernick. He's got all of his stuff, but he's actually a quarterback. Somebody on the C3 podcast compared the two and said Cam was better than him. They're fucking retarded. He's a better quarterback already. And he's a better athlete. He's faster. He's quicker. He takes less hits. He's smarter. He's just a better all-around player no matter what. No matter how much you want Cam. So, yeah, I'm just kind of out on Kaepernick on both sides of it because he is what he is as a football player, and the other one is just a bunch of hoodwink bullshit.
I mean, I respect your opinion. I disagree with 11 teams being there. There's going to be someone I think that might bite on that hook. It's going to be a team with a bad quarterback situation. I mean, hell, the Patriots might even kick the tires on it. They take all the projects, all of them.
I'm not saying that he won't get signed or shouldn't get signed. I mean, look, if there's some of these other guys that it can get signed, it's not unfeasible or unfathomable that he ends up on a roster. I'm not saying that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just out on the apologetic. He deserves it. He's earned this. All this self-righteous bull crap. Like, he's a football player. If he's good enough and somebody wants him, I could care less. Like, let him go and prove it on the field. I don't believe he will, but like, it doesn't bother me if somebody does. I'm not going to go, oh my God, he shouldn't be in the league. Oh my God, he did this. That was in the past. He was young. He made a dumb mistake. If he can prove at 32, going on 33, that he can still do it and make a roster and somebody wants to pay him, why do I care? Like, I will continue then to watch him on whatever chances he gets to play and evaluate him on an unbiased football way, the same way I have always. It's not that I dislike the kid, okay? He annoys me. There's things I don't like about him, but that doesn't, I still just evaluate him as a football player, same as always.
Yeah. Nope. I definitely agree on there. Like I said, I think he's going to get signed somewhere. That's just me, buddy. Also, too, a biggie in the NFL, Sherman goes through and tells NFL players to prepare for a strike coming up for the next CBA deal. That is a biggie because a 17-game schedule is on the table. It looks like it will pass, but if that happens, the players might strike. That's what Richard Sherman is telling fellow players. So get your NFL now in for 2019, folks. So buckle in because it might be a bumpy ride here after the season's over. Also,
Dave, we're going to talk about that because it's a bye week, and so all this news stuff, we're just going to run with some of these things because they're good conversations as you bring them up. So we're going to stop here and we're going to discuss that in a minute, Dave. Because here's what it is. You know how last time everybody was on the players that they were taking our football away? Mm-hmm. This time, I'm already ready. The players deserve I'm not saying like more, but they deserve. Like it's the only way to